Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. You know, that's what I say every morning. I'm on a little bit earlier today. I wanted to spend a little time with you all. So a couple more minutes and I have a very busy day. So I wanted to make sure that I got all this in. I am also in reflection mode. I've been saying that all week. Usually when I'm in reflection mode, I spend a lot of time, a lot of energy not listening to radio. I try to cut down the TV. I try to do a lot of things that allow me space to think. And hey, everybody, I see some new names on there. This is Knowledge by Nikki with 1K. For the ones that are always watching me, big ups to you. Thank you for supporting my Facebook Live. Y'all, I'm going to give me a radio show. That's what I'm going to do. I'm actually working on that. I'm going to give me a radio show because I love doing this and I love that it's helping you all. But let me get back to what I was saying. I'm in reflection mode. I kind of go through this maybe about every 3 months or so, and I really try to focus on the present. You know, we spend so much time trying to get stuff going for later, and this is that sometimes we don't focus on what's happening right now. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm really trying to focus on right now, and when I do that, I'm not really happy about what I see in my industry. I'm not happy about our approach. And when I say our approach, I am truly passionate, and you all know this from watching me, about salon ownership. I'm truly passionate about the business of doing salon business in any capacity, whether it's school, whether it's salon, whether it's barbershop, barber school, whatever, teaching, educating, manufacturing. I just love the business. And what I'm seeing is we don't want to do business. You know, I've asked this question. I did this on a Facebook Live some months ago about why did you open a salon in the first place? What were your reasons? Why did you open in the first place? And let me create some metaphors for you, for those that are listening that may be salon owners, and this may be something you can kind of redirect yourself if this is you. Think about if you rented an apartment, because this is what we're doing. If you rented an apartment, or you bought an apartment building. If you bought an apartment building and you just basically let people sign leases, don't do no credit checks, don't do nothing, just you don't care, just let them sign a lease, and then you have the mindset that give them the keys, y'all do whatever, we don't really care, I ain't doing nothing, I'm not taking care of nothing, I'm not putting no extra energy, I'm not doing anything that really a landlord is supposed to do. You know what you all would call that landlord if you were renting in that apartment building? You would call him or her a slumlord. If they were only willing to give you a key, open their doors, and do nothing else for the building, the tenants that are in it, nothing else, you would call them a slumlord. That's what you would call them. Okay? And we all would agree that that is not the way they should be operating if they are over this entire apartment building. So now let's bring it into real salon ownership. Let's talk. I see many of you all, and that's why I try to go back and say, why did you open a salon in the first place? What was your dream? What did your dream look like? What did the idea of opening this salon look like? And you know, a lot of you all, I've heard this 1,000 times. I opened the salon because I wanted to be able to have kind of like a family environment where we could all come together and we could, you know, work as a team and do X, Y, Z. Okay, but do you know that there is work that goes behind building a team? I'm an NBA basketball fan, so I'm in the playoff mode right now. For those players, whether it be Golden State, Houston, who else is playing? Cleveland, Boston. In order for those players to gel like that, not only the coach, but the organization had to build a format, a structure. They had to come up with something that was able to take from each one of those players and help them gel together and form as a team. And see, we only see when they come out on the court, but I'm sure it did not come easy. Everybody don't always like each other. Personalities don't always jive, but the leaders have to create something that builds the synergy. So if that's what you said when you opened the shop, what are you doing to create that? Because you got to do more than give them some keys and let them come in and do hair when they feel like it. You as the owner have to do something. You have to raise that business just like you raise a baby. You have to do that. Okay, let me give you the other thing I hear all the time. I hear, well, I opened a salon because I wanted to be able to train people and teach them and help them grow and help them become better stylists. And, it's always something on that order. Okay, then what programs are you setting up where you can provide structured education for people as they come? When are we going to teach them? How are we going to teach them? What are we going to teach them? You say that, but you have nothing in place to teach these people. You yourself don't even know how to teach. So, okay, if you ain't going to do it, are you set up to bring people in? What are you doing to be able to pull off what you say you want to do? What are you doing? So I say to you, now let me go to what this Facebook Live title was about. I know a lot of us did not plan having these children we got. I know that was not necessarily planned. Okay, but I want to use that almost in the same capacity, or metaphorically speaking, to how we opening these salons. We birth these salons with no plans. We birth them with no structure. We birth them saying the kind of mother we want to be, but we don't go either research or put the necessary things in place to become that mother. Now, for those of you all out there that are salon owners and our mothers, I personally did not birth any children, but I raised my stepdaughter from the time she was 14. She grown now. So I got about 7 years worth of it. She's 22. I got about 8 years worth of experience and I got it as a teenager. So go figure. I said, is this what motherhood, and I raised her, is this what motherhood is really about? Let me tell you what I learned. And all mothers that have birthed them and raised them, y'all definitely know what I'm talking about. A child does not raise themselves. When you birth that baby, just like you birthed that shop, everything you do now to get that child to become the adult or to become matured, you have to intentionally set it up, discipline it, restrict it, give it, take away from it. You have to set up what you want that child's life to look like. And that even comes with times where you got to say no, times when you can't be friends with that person, whatever it is that you have to do. It comes with financial sacrifice. It comes with time sacrifice. It comes with everything. And I'm sorry, y'all, your salon is your baby. Whether you know it or not, you birthed that thing and you got to raise it. That means no more of this. Okay, I'm going to use this scenario. You working behind your chair 17 hours a day. That's what you doing. You working. That would be equivalent to you having a kid, and I'm going to say a teenager because I raised her when they was a teenager. I had to change my schedule because I realized I got to stay on top of stuff. I can't let her just be out and doing whatever because that's what she going to do. So if I'm working 22 hours out of 24, and I'm letting her, this child, or your employees or your business raise itself because I'm off doing me, don't trip when your salon ain't what you want it to be. It ain't going to raise itself. You got to give it time. You got to give it money. You got to give it energy. You got to give it all this stuff that connects with whatever you said you wanted to do when you raised it in the first place. And I understand that we sometimes don't even know what that is. Then just like everything, you see these gadgets here, we on all day trying to find out everything we need to know, whether it's YouTube, how to fix it, how to do it. Trust me, if you go online and you say, I need help with this, what type of programs, what type of whatever, you'll find that just the same. But what you cannot do is sit back and be a slumlord or a bad parent and think your business is going to be successful. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You're going to be 20 years later, 10 years later, with your salon still doing nothing like you planned it to do, blaming everything on employees, on the economy, on whatever. And this is what I say to you. There are real things that do happen in the salon. You can't control people. You can't control life. But you still can get back up on that horse and you can still maximize whatever it is that you have in front of you, but you have to give it your effort. You have to give it your time or it's not going to happen. And I get this all the time and I preach this. I mean, sometimes I'm like, because I'm trying to get salon owners to realize that when you open this business, you birthed something. That's what you did. You birthed it. And your baby is handicapped. It is handicapped. And the thing is, it ain't handicapped because it can't be fixed. It's handicapped because you either are not willing or you are not able. And both of those can be fixed. You got to be able to go to people that can help you figure out what you need to figure out, or you got to do something. And I say this, if you know you don't want to give that time and energy to your baby, then give it up for adoption. And I mean that literally. Sell it. Just like if you saw a lady or a young girl and you know she ain't ready to have a baby, you know she is not fit to raise a child, there are many of you that would tell her, I tell you what, why don't you give the baby up to somebody that can love it, that can treat it, that has the time, that wants to do it? I say this about your business. If you are not willing to put the energy behind it to make it successful, don't continually complain. What you do is you set up how you're going to sell it, how you're going to lease it out, how you're going to walk away, whatever you need to do, or let me help you. Me, and there are many other me's. Let me help you. Sometime we had a dream, we got distracted, life happened, we just didn't know what to do. That's fine. But you have to be willing. Even if you hire me to help you, I tell people before I even let them sign on a dotted line, if you are not committed to this thing, let's not even go here. If you are not committed to making some changes, sometimes radical changes, doing some things you need to do, sacrificing. With sacrifice, you're going to have to lose some things sometimes, because with growth comes loss. It just does. So are you raising this baby? Are you raising it? Your salon is your baby. Sometimes it takes more to raise it than your real baby. And just like a real child, if you don't give it the necessary things that it needs in order to mature and to be this successful business, just like a real child, it'll never be able to take care of you. Never. If you don't do what it needs and give it what it needs while it's growing, while it's maturing, that baby will never be able to take care of you, ever. You're going to be taking care of it for the rest of its life, just like you do with a real kid. For those of y'all that may have grown kids in your house, y'all know what I'm talking about. And some of this, we got to be honest, some of it is our fault. Not all of it, but some of it is our fault that we still have this salon or these real people that we still got to take care of. And it's because we did not equip them for success. That's just real talk, y'all. So I say to you, when you birth this baby, when you birth this salon, when you said, I'm going to scrape up my little money, I'm going to get my little 1,000, 10,000, 15, 5. Some of y'all start with no money. When I did that, and you always tell me, y'all call me all the time. I got people to call now that want to join one of my coaching programs. That's the first thing I'm going to ask you. Why you open in the first place? What was your vision? What was your dream before you birthed this baby? What did this look like to you? I said, okay. Then that's the premise that we're going to start to building or redirecting for those that already have salons, what it is that you do. But I need you to get that you gotta raise it. It's not going to raise itself. Now, let me tell you the beauty of a salon, of a business versus a real child, is that your child going to be your child to the day they die. You can't cut them out and say you are no longer my child. But in a salon, if a worker ain't working or if a staff member is not a fit for you, you can get rid of them. Yes, you can. Unlike a child you're stuck with. And you just like, God, I'm going to pray and we're going to work this thing out. But with a business, you can shift gears. You can clean house and start over if that's what you need to do. Sometimes that is what we need to do. We done got so off, so behind. We don't know how we got here. It ain't over. The thing, you like, look, I need to clean house. I need to get rid of all of this and start over. Sometimes that's what it takes. And the beauty of this business, I did it Monday, I believe, is why I still love this business, or whatever day I did it, is because it gives us the ability to start over. We actually can. Unlike a real child, you can't re-raise them. You know, after a point, you just got to pray and hope that everything you taught them sticks, and that's what you got to do. But with these businesses, we can go back to the drawing board. We can go back to the foundation. We can go back and say, you know what? I don't know how I got here. I got off, something happened. I need to go back and I need to first unlearn what I've already learned. And then I need to start this thing over the right way. I need to re-raise this baby. This business gives us the opportunity to do that. But when you get the second time around now, let's not waste money. Let's not waste time. Let's go into raising this baby right. Okay? So I say to you again, are you raising your baby? Are you raising? A lot of you all are not. And if you're not raising your child, yes, I know we like to blame the school and the teacher and this and that and the other, but we have to do our part. And then we can be free. Because other things still have influences on our real children as they do our baby. That is the truth. But at the end of the day, I think every parent, real parent, if you can say that I know I was a good mother, I know I was a good father, I know I was a good auntie and grandmama, because you got all kind of people raising kids now. I know I was a good stepmother to my daughter. So whatever she becomes, all I can say is, like the Bible says, you train up a child in the way that they should go, and when they get older, they won't depart. She may have to come back and remember some of that, but I'm going to have to let her do it. But in a business, you have the option of, if things get too off track and they start costing your baby, you actually can change them, shift them, get rid of them, get a new child if that's what you need to do. But that's what we're not doing. Some of you all even have staff members. I talk to you all the time. You got people that are working with you, whether they're commission or booth rental, and they're cancerous to your business. They're literally becoming the thing that is killing your business, whether it's through gossip, drama, just crazy conversation. Their whole energy is off. And you know what you do? You let them stay because you're scared to fire them. Or you scared. Look, my mother will tell you, and I love my mother. My mother is my girl. I fired my mother because I saw some things that were not conducive to business. I said, Mama, I love you, but I'm going to love you from at home. I'm going to have to love you from at home. Because just like you protect your real baby, you have to protect your salon. You have to make sure that everything in your salon is helping you raise your baby. And not like the bad friend that your child just loves to death and you can't get rid of them, and you see they're a bad influence on your baby. You do everything in your power to try to keep your child away from that child. You do. I know mothers. I just got off the phone with a good friend of mine. We've been friends for years. She was my receptionist forever. When she left, I was so hurt because I was like, oh, what am I going to do now? She moved to another state to protect her baby, her son, her real son. She said, no, I see what's happening. I'm not going to let my son get caught up. I'm not going to let the streets get him. So I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a radical decision, and I'm going to pick up, and I'm going to move to another state because I got to protect my baby. So I ask you this again. Are you raising them, and are you protecting it? That means there may be people that, I don't care if it's your sister, your mama, your cousin, your niece, I don't care who it is, if they are disruptive to the house, and if they are messing with your baby to the point where it's costing you money, time, energy, you may need to give them their walking papers. So I'm going to love you from over there. No, you can't get your hair no more because you don't act right. I mentioned maybe a week or so ago, I don't even remember, that I have what's called a salon departure form. It's for clients, meaning I believe in getting rid of clients that are cancerous to your shop. See, because that client that keeps up stuff can get in that line under them dryers and go to talking to other people, or they sitting in the waiting seats waiting to get done, and go to putting things in other people's ears and other clients' stuff they wasn't even thinking about. And even clients could be a detriment to your baby. So are you raising your baby? Are you doing things to help this baby grow? And are you protecting your baby? You can answer that. I'm just posing the question because you call me again. If any of you all are interested in coaching, you can DM me and say, look, I'm interested in coaching. I need some help. I got 2 groups. I got Aspire and I have Stretch. Stretch is for people that already have a salon. Aspire is for people that want to open a salon within 3 years. These are programs that are designed to help you learn. It's like going to parenthood programs. I'm going to help you learn how to raise your baby so that you can actually get the best and raise good, fruitful children. Okay? If you already have a salon, then sometimes we got to go back to the basis. I'm going to help you go back. Maybe fill in some cracks, some things that you didn't do. Like, okay, we need to go back and do some stuff, or you may need to clean house, whatever it requires. That is customized to you and your needs. But at the end of the day, whether you call me or whether you call somebody else, you need to seek out the help you need, whether you read it, whether you go get a book. I don't care what you do. This is something I just bought, guys. I haven't even read it yet. Let me show this to you all. Okay, I'm actually in my office. I haven't even read this yet. It's called The Lifestyle of a Salon Owner. I heard it was pretty good, so I'm going to read it, guys. It's by Richard McCabe. I don't know who he is. I don't know nothing about him. I just heard it was good, so I bought it. So I'm going to read this, guys, because, you know, we have a lifestyle. We have things that we need to understand, and I have been there, done that, been there again, done it again, seen it again. Everything I tell you is not what I think. It's what I know. I lived it. This is real. And I realized that when you put $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, $60,000. If you do the math over years, you have spent crazy amounts of money on your business. That is very difficult to see that just wash away. But if we didn't raise our babies right, if we don't know how, if you don't know how to be a good parent, then you either go get a book or you go seek out people like myself that can coach you, or you go online and you listen to every podcast. Information is out there everywhere, okay? But it is not an option to do nothing. If you do nothing, expect nothing. That's the thing. If you don't do nothing, don't expect, don't trip. When I see you out at Bronner Brothers or Premier and you like, girl, I'm so sick of this salon thing. I'm sick of these people. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of it taking all my money. I hear all of it. And the first thing I ask you is, what have you done? What have you done to change that? What have you done to make that different? I talked to maybe about 6 people on Monday that want to join my coaching program. And I won't even let you join until we have a conversation. We got to talk because I got to make sure it's really what you need and all that stuff. I don't just let people join. So I talked to them and all of them were talking about staff issues. They were talking about things concerning staff. And so the first thing I asked them is, how do you go about getting staff? What is your format? What is your program? Some of them had a little more that they do than others, but none of them do the single most important thing. And you all hear me when I say this about staffing. They don't set up any type of system or program or assessment, whatever you want to call it, that figures out what type of character the person has. You need to do character assessments, not just skill, not just, okay, what hours you need to work, not just, no. I would rather spend time, money, and energy doing a character assessment than for you to bring me 6 models in here and you lay them out. I'm telling y'all, corporations now have realized, and I have several people I deal with that are in very high positions in corporations. They'll tell you in a minute. We do more character assessing than we actually do skill assessing, because we kind of figure if you at least got some credentials, you got a little skill, you know, we can maybe train you to get a little better as long as you at least halfway where we need you to be. But one thing that we cannot change is your character. That you are, we ain't in here trying to do, I mean, yeah, you got to do some character develop. Oh, I call it this. You do character cultivating. There's a difference. That means I cultivate your character. I don't create it. Who you are is who you are. When you come here, because in order to build your business, you have to be in the business of building people. That is the truth. You cannot build a business if you're totally uninterested in building people. But building people means that I build you from a place of good character and I build you from there. But if your character is extremely warped, I'm not going to spend 10 years trying to build your character while you condemning my or doing crazy stuff in my business. That's not what I'm looking for. So we're going to cultivate character. You already can sing. I'm going to give you singing lessons so you know how to breathe and you know how to sing better. I'm not teaching you how to sing. Okay? this is what's not happening. I ask every single one of those people I talk to, you're not doing anything that assesses their character. And all of them express to me that it is character that is causing their frustration. Just people coming in not speaking, people not wanting to be a team player, people stealing, just that. Those are character flaws. They ain't got nothing to do with how well you do hair. So that is what we're not doing. My coaching groups actually I do a character assessment test. And I do it not only for you, it's not to get into the coaching group, but I do it as a way for you to see how they work. That is part of my Aspire group. You get a character assessment test. I've taken it before. It's amazing what it tells you about yourself, good, bad. It tells you what kind of boss you are, what type of workers you need to work with, what type of people you are not compatible with. Don't even try it. These are things you need to give to the people when you want to employ them or you want them to work as independent contractor. You need to have them take this stuff and believe it. It's the truth. When I actually took the test, I was like, these people, they got my number. They know me. And it's an algorithm that they've created. Corporations use it all the time. It's an assessment test. It just sees how you think under certain circumstances and what you will do and what you wouldn't do. And they've created a way to ask the questions where they're so just a matter of fact, just dumb questions to the point where even though you're trying to figure out, some of us, what I should say, what you just got to answer them honestly, because they're very just whatever questions. They're nothing that specific, but they've been able to figure out based off of how you answer these questions what type of person you are. It's amazing, and it is the truth. In my last years of owning a salon, I owned salons for 21 years. In my last years of owning a salon, I was able to do that on several of my staff members. Like, y'all take this test, let me see what happens. And the ones, because I did have to fire a couple of them, the ones that I had to fire, their assessments said exactly the thing that I was totally incompatible with. So I understood why, because I actually had hired them on some other pretenses and then had them take this in the middle. And I said, this is why we ain't vibing. It's we're just not a fit. Sometimes you're just not a fit. It ain't that you're good, I'm bad, you're bad, I'm good. It doesn't matter. It just means we're not a fit. So outside of you finding out how much, how well they do braids and how well they, do spikes and hair loss situation, whatever, cutting, coloring, you got to know what kind of person that is. That is part. When your child brings a child home and that's their new friend, and the first thing you want to do is what? You want to know what kind of parent they come from. I want to meet the parents. I want to see what kind of stock they come from. This is how you character assess what even a child is when they come to your house to play with your kid. Ain't that what you do? I want to meet their mama. Because we're trying to assess what type of family they come from. So we got to do assessments too. We got to figure out, is this person crazy? If we don't, we going to get retarded people. And then we going to say, I'm done with staff. I'm tired. I don't want to deal with them no more. Okay, you see where I'm going with this? I'm just saying all the things that we got to do to raise these babies, to build these salons. Your salon is your baby. I'm sorry. It is. And some of the same stuff you do with your real children, you got to do with that shop. So you got to, how you going to balance it out? And then you're still trying to be a full-time stylist. It is not that much time in a day, energy in one person. It's just not. So also with my coaching groups, I also help you to figure out how to retract back. How do you retract back? How do I say, you know what? Okay, I realize I can't do all this. It's just like when you working 20 hours a day and you got kids and you start seeing your kids go astray. I've heard mothers say, I got to cut my hours down so that I can raise my kids. So what makes you think you going to work in that shop behind that chair 17 hours a day and the shop is going to run itself? It's not going to happen. You either running your business or you running your chair. It's one or the other. It's not going to happen. Now, I didn't do it and I ain't expecting you to do it. Just wake up and quit. No, that ain't how we do it. But at the same token, we have to start putting things in place so we can do less of this and more of this. Less of this and more of this. That's what needs to happen. If it doesn't, don't trip. Don't trip. I tell people, all right, you ain't going to do it, then it is what it is. Don't complain. Don't complain when your kids are all over the place if you didn't do anything to stop it. Now, we know ain't no guarantees in life now. Don't get me wrong. You can do everything as a parent and still get some kids that go astray. We know that. But the one thing you want to be able to say is that I did everything I could do. When you come to me and I'm at a booth at Bronner or in class at Premier, wherever I am, because I'm all over the place, and I ask you, what have you done? You should never be lost for words. And that's what generally happens. They're like, well, and they trying to figure out. That's the problem. You haven't done anything but gave people a key and stood behind your chair and worked and just say, hey, how y'all doing today? That's all you did. You ain't done nothing else. You ain't set nothing in place. You have to run these businesses. You got rules, discipline, handbooks, structure, classes, whatever. Whatever is needed. You the owner got to do it. All right? And that's all I'm going to say today. I needed to say that because I'm constantly hearing the frustration and the stresses of running these businesses, but we as owners are not doing our part. So if you don't remember nothing else, if this is your first time listening to me, this is Knowledge by Nikki with 1K. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Knowledge by Nikki, KNOWLEDGEBYNIKI. That's also my email, so knowledgebynikki@gmail if you need to send me a message. Knowledgebynikki.com is my website. If you need to contact me and you want to know further information about my coaching programs, you can direct message me at the same Facebook page you're on. Direct message, say, girl, please call me. Just say, I need your help. Send me your phone number so I can call you in the message. Send me your phone number. I'll set up a time to talk to you where we can holler and we can try to get this thing right. I'll see what needs to be done. I have told people flat out, you don't need no shop. I'm straight up with you. I ain't here to take your money. I'm like, look, you, based off of what you told me, you don't need no shop. What do you need one for? You need to start setting up to sell it. Matter of fact, I can even help you with that. Let's get some stuff set up where we can make it worth something and you can walk away. You can even do situations like you still need somewhere to work. Okay, people sell their stuff all the time and work out in a deal where you can still work here. Whatever. But if you're not going to be committed to it, it's time to let somebody else do it who is willing. Ain't no need of you paying me or paying nobody else if you have not mentally decided that I'm going to commit. I tell people this before they join my program. If you ain't going to commit, ain't no need of you paying me, and then you're not going to do it, and then we're going to do just like we do with weight loss programs. We get on these weight loss programs, and we don't do what it says, and then we swear they don't work. Yes, they do. All of them work. Jenny Craig work. Weight Watchers work. All of them work if you do exactly what they say. But what do? We do half of what they say, or 75% of what they say. We don't work out. We don't eat right all the time, and then we say, that program didn't work. Yes, it does. If you do it, it works. And I say this to you about my program. If you do it, it will work. I give you things to do that ain't costing you no money. I'll tell you in a minute what you got to lose. You ain't got nothing to lose. But you got to be willing to shift your mindset and do whatever is necessary, just like you do for your real baby. And if I feel that it's a lost cause, I'll tell you, let's sell it, walk away. Oh, I tell a person to walk away from something in a minute. I say, okay, let's see. Let's look at how it's going to impact your credit. Let's look at this in real terms. Oh, I do that too. It's not just about you coming sitting around here coaching with me. That's why I like talking to people so I can see realistically. Can I help you or can I not? I had a girl call me from Connecticut. I won't say her name. She was telling me all this thing she was doing. I said, you don't need me. You need me. She was like, but I want to join your program. No. What you need is to take that money that you want to pay me and start paying into. I gave her programs that she can pay into. All she really needed, she knew what to do, but she wasn't in a space where she was around like people that she can draw from. I said, you don't need my coaching. I said, if you just want to call and talk to me and me inspire you every now and again, that's free. I do that. But you don't need me to coach you. You just need to connect with like-minded people. So I gave her programs and things she can buy into and subscriptions where she just got these people all on the same page or they're way past what she's doing. She needs somebody to draw from. She's the one always putting out, which I know what that feels like. You need somewhere to draw from. You need a gas station because you always filling up everybody else's tank. So I told her where to go get gas. You don't need me. And she appreciated that. I said, I ain't trying to take your money. This is what you need. What am I going to tell you? You already know what to do. You just need to line yourself up with different people so you don't feel depleted all the time. Because I know what that feels like. So I myself get coached. I go right over here where I'm the dumbest one in the group so they can tell me what to do to keep me going. That's what I do. So this is what it's about, guys, okay? I'm just here to help. Again, this is Knowledge by Nikki with 1K. Y'all know I can go on and on. I got work to do, guys. I got a lot of work to do. I'll be in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania this week, and I don't even have the flyer in front of me. I'll be posting it later. I'll be in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So if you all want to come out to Pittsburgh to check us out, it'll be me and a lot of my other compadres that we kind of travel together and we do our thing. We'll be in Pittsburgh. I'll be teaching color. You know, I love business. I love color. And sometimes y'all be trying to pull away from color, and I don't care how far I pull away. Y'all like, no, teach, please, please. So I'll be teaching color. I do that well too. So I'll be teaching color. You all come out and see me. I'll be posting it all week on my web. Oh, well, the week is over. It's Wednesday, right? I'll be posting it tomorrow. For those of you all, you can actually go on my page. You can see the flyer. Big ups to Chris. Hi, Chris Bond. Where's my flyer, Chris? See, he just got on, so I gotta holler at him. That's Chris Bond, Brand Cocky. That's my guy, y'all. He helps me out. He does all my graphics. When I have marketing ideas, I run them past him, and he like, Nick, nah, maybe you should think of something else. And I love that he's honest with me, and he tells me all the time, nah, do like you did with the first one. And so I love him to death. But Chris, where's my flyer, Chris? For real. Where's my flyer? All right. But I got to go today. He's like, today. All right, guys. But I got to go. Knowledge by Nikki with 1K. You know, I only do Monday through Wednesday. Thursday, Friday, I still give a little time to the clients at the shop. I've been doing it 30 years. I tell them, y'all know I'm going to hang up this blow dryer. But I only do a few people. I'm going to hang up this blow dryer. My clients don't want to hear that. But that's for real, y'all. But I want to teach you how to retract back. That's what I want to teach you, how to retract back a little bit. Okay? And that's what I learned. I learned how to retract back. Well, 2 days, couple people a day. It's good. It's lovely. And I've created space. You all have heard me say that. I got that from Gregory McKeown, who makes a book called Essentialism. Y'all got to get it. Oh, my God, the book changed my life. It's called Essentialism. It's about doing things that are essential. Okay? And not doing all this extra stuff that we be doing, thinking we creating something and we just wasting time and money. So I got that phrase from him. I need to create space so I can think, so I can bring. Sometimes we just need to sit down and do nothing. All right? But I thank you all. I'll see you all next Monday. Knowledge by Nikki 1K. Direct message me. Hit me up. Do whatever you need to do to get me. But reach out so we can raise this baby together. You know, just like back in the day, it took a community to raise a baby. I'm part of your community. So holla at me. See you on Monday.